tell a story about a guy that I knew. His name was James, and I met him the way you meet, all the great influential people in your life, really, on Craigslist. So I was on Craigslist. I was in the market for a new iPod. So I've been browsing on Craigslist a couple of days. I eventually found, the perfect ad, the right price, wasn't too far away. Everything seemed, pretty good. So I contact, the ad holder and he says, yeah, I'm, nearby. I don't mind traveling. So let's do it. So we eventually settled on us meeting the following day after we had, initially spoken. But the guy never said when or where we were gonna meet. All he was said was that, all right, yeah, we'll meet tomorrow, and that was it. And I guess I was cool with that. So, the next day comes, and he doesn't email me as to when we're supposed to be meeting until like 10:30 that night. And he's like, yeah, I can meet you right now at this gas station. That's like a couple of blocks away from, it just happened to be a couple of blocks away from where I was. So I was like, sure. Okay, that's fine. So I go, getting ready to leave. And my mom and my aunt are like, hey, where do you think you're going? I explained what was happening. And they're like, so you mean to tell me that you want us to be okay with you going out at 10 o'clock to meet some random stranger at a gas station to buy an iPod? That's no. So they kind of made like a family trip as opposed to just me going by myself. So it was, me, my mom was driving, my aunt in the passenger seat, I'm in the back seat along with my grandma and my little cousin. They made it like a big family trip. So we all go to this gas station to meet this guy. So we get to the gas station. He told us to meet him there at like 10 o'clock. We get there, it's like a little bit before 10. And the gas station is completely empty. There is nobody there. And if you guys have ever watched a horror movie or like a drama or something, anytime you're set to meet somebody and they set up the meeting and you get there and it's empty, it's never a good sign. Never a good sign. So we're already like super nervous. Like, where is this guy? There's no one here at this gas station. This is super creepy. So we're sitting there for maybe 10, 15 minutes waiting for him. And I see, across the gas station, this guy just like struggling his way over the wall that separates the gas station from this apartment complex that's like right next door. So he's like struggling his way over it. And he kind of jumps down. He falls and like hurts himself when he gets down. It's like the most stereotypical like movie prop looking like tweaker. He's like a super skinny white dude in like the most busted hoodie and hat combination I've ever seen. And he looks all snivelly and he like, looking around really nervous, and he like runs over to our car and he's like, hey, y'all here for the iPods? And I'm like, yeah, man. So I get out of the car and I go over to talk to this guy. He introduces himself. He tells me his name is James. I give him, the money for the iPod. He hands me the iPod, and I'm figuring our business is concluded. That's done. So I'm turning around to walk back to the car. Out of nowhere, my aunt like leans out of the passenger. She's like, hey, you got any more iPods, man? And he's like, what? Huh? Yeah, I do. And he digs in his hoodie pocket and he pulls out like a big old fat handful of iPods. My aunt like looks at him. She just like grabs one off the top, throws him $20, and that was it. That was like their whole transaction. I get in the car, but before we left, I got James's number, because anybody that can just randomly pull out a handful of iPods on command like it's nothing is somebody that I need to know. So I got James's number, and me and James became pretty good friends after that. Any random tech that I needed, new phone, laptop, flash drives, anything you could randomly think of. James always had it. I didn't bother to ask where he got it from. I was afraid of the answer he might give. But yeah, that was how I met one of, my best contacts, James, the Craigslist crackhead. So yeah, if you guys like this story, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Helps our channel grow. So this will be the first of many, hopefully. But anyway, you guys have a good one.